All right, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to another WMMA mashup. We back with round 26. Just waiting on the co-host BJ to get up in the building. I know he ready to rock here pretty soon. And we're gonna get this thing going. But just waiting for some of y'all to come up in here. Well, we got some folks up in here now, so we're gonna just kind of run through what we're gonna talk about tonight until BJ gets up in the building. So yeah, of course, we got to talk about this, man. We got to talk about this. I guess major news, right? It's major news to some of y'all. Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. Like I said, it was kind of a blindside hit. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even see it coming. It just came out of nowhere, and I just dropped my video talking about it because I've been kind of busy, man. Just every day, getting up out of the normal. Out of my normal routine to go take care of business. So I was like, okay, I got some time now. Let me go ahead and drop a video and talk about it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about a few things tonight. Want to talk this Ronda Gina Carano. Of course, it's fight weekend again. We got some good fights coming up. Well, hopefully this rematch turns into something between Nora Cornolle and Jocelyn Edwards. I'm still kind of wondering how they just came up with that rematch. Maybe they felt like Jocelyn Edwards needs to make another run through Cornolle before she gets like a top 10, but we'll see. And of course, we got this one here. This is the one I'm looking forward to between Juju Miller and Carly Crispy Judice. This is going to be a good one here. I see this fight being explosive. It's kind of a style contrast. You got striker versus a pressure type of grappler, so it should be a good fight. And I do want to talk about this matchup between Norma Dumont and Yana Santos. And of course, whatever's going on in the WMMA world, we're going to talk about here. If there's anything else on BJ's mind, we can discuss this. But as I wait for the host, let me make sure his link is working. I don't know if he said his link ain't working. Let me send it to him again. I'm going to send it again. Hold on. Because until then, I'm going to have to talk about this, and then you can just jump in and give me y'all's take as well. Or you can give me your take, BJ. That's what I mean. I know most of you already heard Carol Foro. It has pulled out of her fight with Stephanie Luciano. So now Alexa Thainera is stepping in, which to me, it's not really a fight that she needed since she's already ranked. It's kind of a step down for her. But hey, I mean, respect to her. I guess she wants to take a stay busy fight, right? She wants to get back in there and get sharp. But I thought that Carol Foro was just out because of an injury. But no, this girl popped. I don't know if y'all seen it, but let me go ahead and share the screen. Yeah, let me see here. Hold on. I'm going to share this screen real quick. Where is it? They keep changing things around down here now. Just a second. All right, there it is. Make sure y'all can see this screen. All right, hold on. Oh, okay. Okay, I see you, BJ. You in there?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
What's going on with you, bro?
Oh man, we in the building, man. We in the building, man.
We in the building. Yes, sir. Yeah, episode 26, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we here.
Bro, that's 52 weeks. That's 52
Yeah.
weeks of the
Mm-hmm.
mashup, bro.
Yeah, but next month will mark a year, man.
Y- Yeah, yeah. That is true. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I was
It's
just
been a
dropping
year of
through.
fire though. This was a great year to
Yeah.
this was a great year to start the mashup for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of stuff going on, flyweight, bantamweight. I mean, yeah, we had it all for this year. Hopefully this next year gonna be
Yes, sir.
just as fire, man. But yeah, I was just running through what we was
Yeah.
talking about tonight, but I just wanted to run through this quick. What was your first reaction on this, man? It's strawweight Carol Farrow about to make her debut, man, and she pops.
Yeah, dude. I saw it. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, that's bad because it's bad when it's your debut, and plus when you had a kind of a lot of hype coming in with you. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like a lot of people was anticipating your start. You know what I'm saying? And then this happens. It's not good for your day. And usually, man, I hate to say it, but usually fighters that this happens to, they just go ahead and cut them.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't think this is a legit excuse either. I mean, they just seem to confess about it, and now they just kind of waiting on, I believe, her suspension time. So if she wind up getting
So what
suspended
did
for
they
like a
say?
year, hold on. If she wind up getting suspended for like a year, they might just cut her. Hold on, let me see. It said another fighter is now tested positive. She chose to make the announcement public. Hold on. Her can't reveal positive drug tests, laid out steps to prove. Oh, okay. Now they're trying to prove her innocence. Let me see.
Nah, I don't know, man.
Okay, in this article, they don't talk about what it is, though. See, they didn't even release what it is.
So we
So,
don't know about like they hadn't released it anywhere or just that article.
hold on.
Because I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't see anything
I
either. Like,
looked. Yeah, I looked.
hmm okay, here it is. What is this? Carol Farrow test positive for a diuretic.
A diuretic. Okay, so she was
Yeah.
trying to take something to help her lose weight.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Kind of like that Andrea Lee situation when she was like, "Oh
Yeah.
yeah, diuretic." Yeah, she was out for, well, I don't know. I don't know. I saw Chanel Dyer, man. Chanel Dyer already took to her social media. She was like, "You cheater."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know because now that's one that we was really looking forward to seeing with Chanel Dyer. But I hate
Yeah,
that she's not gonna be able to fight though.
yeah, yeah. Dang. I know some people were high on her as being the next like Jessica Andrade too. Because of her
Yeah,
style.
yep, yep, they were. There's a little
So
bit of a
Alexa
stretch.
Thionera is going to step in to fight Luciano, man. Like, what do you think? You think that's a good idea for her to step down and fight an unranked fighter like that?
I mean, what is she ranked now? Like 14 or 15, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, at that when you rank you we already know, man, when you ranked at 14, 15, you gotta take sometimes you gotta take them fights.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
sometimes you gotta take those fights.
Oh yeah,
Especially if you
yeah.
just need if you want to just have another win, you know what I'm saying? Just to say you got another win when you're ranked, it ain't gonna do much for you in the rankings, but at least that kind of solidifies your spot a little bit more.
You're right,
Yeah.
right. But
Ooh,
shoot,
what a collage of pictures you have up here. It's gonna be a juicy night, dog.
shoot, man. Hey,
Wow.
look, I'm trying to spin the wheel, man. Here, like, where do you want to start? Where do you want to start, man? Like, where should we start on this?
I
I'm
think we
getting,
should start with the latest news. And the
yeah.
latest news being Yana versus Norma.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's start with that.
Let's touch on them then. All right, let's
Boy, I
touch
was
on.
happy to see Combo. You don't know how happy I was, man. You don't know how happy I was to see that, man, because I had just like Yana had posted a picture on Twitter of her and Norma Dumont, like in the like taking a picture up under a tree, like friends. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? She was like throwback, and she tagged Norma Dumont, and then I commented and said y'all should fight, and Yana responded and said okay, and it wasn't but like maybe an hour later, I got a notification from Big Marcel. It's done drop Yana versus Norma. I was like, yo, so that's why Yana posted that picture.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But
It was
yeah,
already in the
man.
works.
Yeah, it was already in the works, man. I'm just, man. Listen, this is a fight I think that we said should happen. Like we talked about this on the shows, and that when we was doing our matchmaking thing at 135, and this is one of the ones that came in. We said it. Yana
Mm-hmm.
versus Norma is a good fight. If Norma don't get the title shot, which we know she probably not right now because of Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harris or whatever, like a good stay busy fight for her would be Yana, and a good step up fight for Yana is Norma Dumont, man. So I'm thinking it's a fight that it's good matchmaking. It's
Yeah.
good matchmaking for sure.
Yeah, I think it is at this point because I would have liked to seen, Norma or Yana get the fight they wanted, whether it was Rocky or Pena.
Right,
But it's like with these girls just being injured all the time, I'm like, we just got to keep it moving and go to the next best thing. And if the belt is on hold, they still got to fight. So it's like,
right,
let's try to match up the next best fighters. And I mean, this is like the best version we've seen of Yana, throughout her whole
right.
career to me. And then you got Norma, who I know her last fight was kind of questionable, but still, like, she can kind of rebound with that. And I just think these two are probably really in their best shapes they ever
Forms.
been.
Yeah, yeah,
Just not just like physically, but when it comes to like mentality, I think that Norma that added frustration, is kind of building
yeah.
up to her performances and just
Mm-hmm.
her attitude, and
Yes.
then you got Yana who's kind of dealing with some situations where, you know, she's either dealing with somebody not making weight and that's kind of
Yep.
firing her up. And
Yep.
instead of like seeking to their level, like I like how Yana is just continuing to be professional. So
Yes.
now you
And
got
she ain't
two.
missed that scale one time.
No, not once. She's
Yeah.
like been on her game. So I think that when these two really like come to a head, they can put the friendship out the door, and we gonna get we should get a good fight.
Yeah. And another thing too, man, like I said this about Yana before, man. Yana is in such a good space. Like she's so happy. Like her life is so happy, but she's so serious about becoming a champion. Like she's so serious about her training, her taking care of her body, self-care. Like she is super committed. And I think that is as far as like who wants it more, I would have to say Yana wants it more. Just looking from the outside in, I follow them both, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about Norma likes to engage in the drama and stuff like that, which that comes with it. I get it. That comes with it. I like fighters who trash talk too. But Yana don't do that. Like, she'll say what she has to say if you miss weight. But if you miss weight, she gonna dog you. But that's to be expected. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you say about an opponent talking trash said about somebody talking trash about their opponent and when they missed weight and it was unprofessional? You know what I'm saying? Yana has the right to say that. So but another thing too, I really hope that this is not going to be another one of those fights because it wouldn't be fair to Yana. You know what I'm saying? I hope that Norma Dumont makes weight and we don't have any weight issue because she missed weight recently, did she not?
Uh, I think let me see. She made weight for the Ketlin Vieira fight. I know she made weight for the Irene Aldana fight.
Okay, so maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, but she has kind of struggled in the past, I believe, but her real like debut at bantamweight was against GDR, Jermaine
Yeah,
Renton. That was like 2 years ago. But I'm kind of thinking the same thing though, because sometimes it just seems like Yana's been kind of jinxed with that, dealing with her
yeah,
opponent, and Norma is mostly a featherweight. You know what I mean?
right.
Like she's been a featherweight for so long. Like I mean, she's been making weight the last 3 fights, but you just never know. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know
What
though,
was your initial thoughts? What was your initial
I
thoughts?
I don't know, like, I think they both want it to me, like, I can't maybe like I said, because you follow Yana a little bit more, but I just see like they both really want it. Like, I can
Yeah,
see both of them really wanting it here because they've both been calling for a fight in that position, like,
right.
Norma's been chasing that Rocky fight, And
Yeah.
then you got Yana who's like, "Hey, remember she called out Pena on Twitter and I
Called
didn't
out
hear
Pena.
anything."
She called out Pena. She did. She called
Yeah,
out Pena.
she
And
called
Pena
her
did
out
not
straight
say
up.
anything. I can't. What can I say about that? I can't say nothing about that. I mean, Pena didn't call her out.
Yeah.
Pena didn't say anything. And usually when somebody says something, but at this point, I get it. Pena is like a she's looking for them. She's looking for that prize money. She's a prize fighter at this point. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. You know, she ain't really trying. I don't think Pena is really trying to throw herself in the mix like that. You
Hmm.
know, I think she's more like, hit me up with a title. So like, let me know when it's time to fight for, for a title. So,
Yeah.
so I think she's kind of on that energy right now, which I get it. You know, that upset of Amanda Nunes, that was huge for Juliana Pena. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? But you should have acknowledged Yana, like that still, I'm all about being 100%. If somebody call you out, you respond.
Yeah. Say
You
something.
say something, right? You say something.
Even if you
Um,
say, "Oh, she ain't worth my while," at least I know you got
right.
her
At least you
tweet,
heard
and you're not just
you heard
avoiding
it.
it.
Right. But initially about the matchup though, what do you think though?
Oh, I like it. I do like it. I think at this point now, like I said, this one's gonna kind of. I think whoever wins this fight is gonna force the UFC to either knock Pena or Rocky down down the rankings, because that's why I posted a picture. I was like, this could be a potential title eliminator. You never know. Like if Kayla vacates the belt, they might make a fight between her and Nunes if Nunes wants the belt. I mean, some people might find that crazy, but that could be the situation. So I think that this fight does spell a bigger opportunity for Norma or Yana in this situation. But I was like, yeah, go ahead and make this one, like, for real, because if nobody else is really wanting to, because really nobody's really calling Norma's name out. Like I
Right.
heard Norma said, some people say Eileen called her out, but I haven't heard it. You
No,
know,
Eileen called her out.
did she?
Eileen Perez called her out hard. Like she
What
called
about
Norma out
Eileen? I
hard.
mean, what about Yana? Has anybody ever called out Yana at this point? Like, doesn't seem like it. So
It don't really seem like it don't really seem like. I think the last person to call out Yana was Lena Landsberg. For me to be honest,
dang.
and I don't. Yeah, I know, right? And so I don't think anybody. No, I haven't heard anybody call out Yana's name. Yana kind of
Hmm.
flies under the radar. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But that's why that's not Yana's fault that she flies under the radar. If she can silently
Hmm.
rack up these wins, then that's good for her.
Yeah.
And another thing I want to speak on about Yana is people, somebody in the comment section of something I posted said, why are we excited about Yana? Well, Yana, we had a lot of criticism of Yana in the past. You know what I'm saying? I always liked Yana as a fighter, but I had to accept the criticism because Yana did things that didn't look that didn't look good in fights. You know what I'm saying? Like she did dumb things in fights, that would cost her a fight. It will cost her to get knocked down or something like that and end up losing a fight. But when you see a fighter go from like a 3-fight losing streak and then you see them come back, you know what I'm saying, and you see them be better and be stronger, you know what I'm saying, and Yana's been working on her precision and throwing with some power. I couldn't believe I seen her throwing with some. I can't believe she dropped Chelsea Channel like that. Like I'm still riding off of that, because I always criticize Yana's a big girl, but she doesn't have that kind of power in her hands. You know what I'm saying? And then to see her been working on her power, her and Tiago been working on that power, developing her power because she's got it. She just don't know how to use it. Like you know what I'm saying? And that showed me that she's got it. But I still think that she doesn't need to try to engage with Norma Dumont like that. Like that's one thing I can see, like that Yana shouldn't do. Like, don't try to go in there and brawl with Norma Dumont because that's what Norma wants her to do. Because Norma knows Normal with those clubbing shots, you know what I'm saying? She can catch Yana. And we know that if you catch Yana chin, see Yana, like she go down. So she go down when you catch her right on the chin.
Oh yeah.
And she gotta be careful, man. Like and Yana don't just go down, she drops like a sack of potatoes.
Hmm.
Like when them girls knock her down, they knock her down.
Yeah.
And
When
I
she,
don't think
yeah.
yeah, I don't think she should really engage in that. I think she should fight Norma the same way she fought Chelsea Chandler, but better. Of course, it's gonna have to be better, but on her bike, you know what I'm saying, and just staying mobile. And I mean, not excuse me, not the way she fought Chelsea, the way she fought Macy Shayson, because she beat up Macy in that. Like she beat up Macy Shayson. But
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I would like to see her fight like that against Norma.
Okay. Yeah. For me, when I first saw the matchup, I'm already kind of thinking like I kind of see, Norma. Well, for one, I see Norma really needing to make a stamp in this fight. Like,
Right.
I don't think it would be really. wise for her to play the back foot too much. She's got to build that lead early to me, and I think she needs to just kind of not necessarily stand her ground in this type of fight, but like you were saying, try to lure Yana into some traps. She's got to kind of make Yana come after her, like, when she came after when she came after like Chelsea Chandler or even Macy, because I think if Norma can get, if she's able to get Yana to do that, I think Norma's a little bit more technical than they are and a little bit faster. She's got the
Right,
speed. So
right.
I think that needs to be her thing, to set a trap to catch Yana early. You know, I think
Yeah,
she needs to kind of focus on, landing them shots that make Yana think twice about coming in. And I think Yana though, man, like her body kicks have really been effective lately. Like
yes.
she's really been targeting the body. So if she really wants to get a fight, to either on the cage, her clinch game, she needs to slow Norma down, because Norma actually kind of shocked me with how easy she was getting kind of handled by Ketlin Vieira in that fight. I
Yeah,
thought the cage exchanges would have been a little bit more grueling, or like
yeah.
almost like kind of like a stalemate, or even like at times I thought Norma would have had that like athletic burst and just like pushed Ketlin off of her, but she was kind of getting muscled around by Ketlin.
That's why I was there, and that was good. That's I'm glad you said that combo. That's
Mhm,
why I want. This is what I was gonna ask you next.
mhm.
How do you think this fight plays out in the clinch when these two girls lock up? That's what I was gonna ask you, because I mean, they both big and strong, but how do you think that they're gonna match up if Yana starts clinching?
If they start clinching, I think Yana, I'll have to favor Yana in the clinch a little bit more. I think I have
Right.
to favor in the clinch. Like from a range, yeah, Norma, but even then, like if Yana uses her reach the right way and she's able to put Norma on the cage, I'm gonna probably have to favor Yana on the cage, and eventually, even kind of sneaking in a takedown or two. Because when
Like, I
Ketlin
want to.
got a couple of them takedowns, I was like, dang, Norma. I was like, everybody be calling her Big Norma, but it's like it's only in size, but it ain't in like strength either. Like Ketlin was like kind of putting some work on her in there. So I was like, if Yana is able to get Norma to the cage, and she's getting like physically stronger here, she might have Norma in some like tough spots.
Yeah. And I'm curious to see how both of them how they match up in the clinch. You know what I'm saying? Strength for strength and size for size.
Yeah.
I would have to say Yana would be the stronger fighter in the clinch, but Yana would also have to be careful because
Yeah,
Norma
I know.
Dumont, yeah, like Norma Dumont fires elbows and stuff like
Mhm.
real
Yeah.
bad in close quarters and stuff like that. So that's what would worry me about Yana if she's not being super active, if she's just kind of stalemating. Like I don't want her to stalemate against the cage because that's going to give Norma those opportunities to fire something off. It's gonna come down to skill, man. Like this matchup right here is gonna come down to skill because they both bring, and I'm a Yana fan, but I can't just sit here and be like, oh, everything Yana does is gonna just neutralize Norma Dumont. I can't say that, man, because there's things that Norma Dumont has many advantages in this fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is one of those fights, man. Where I just want to be glued to the TV and I want to see exactly how who can implement their game and what it actually comes down to, and if it turns into a dog fight or something like that. Like it could turn into a dog fight, toward the end of the fight. And I would love to watch it.
Yeah.
Yana's not afraid to bleed in there. She'll keep coming. Like, as long as you don't touch her chin, like you can beat her face up. She'll keep coming.
Mhm.
And Norma, I don't know, like Norma has broken, like teams seems to break in fights sometimes. I hate to
Yeah.
say that. She seems to like accept positions, and if she gets taken down, like she's not good at getting up off of her back. You know what I'm saying? And those are things that I've just had to notice. So it'll and given how strong Yana is, that's an advantage for Yana. So I don't know, man. Like I just want to at this point, I just want to watch it and see exactly what happens because this is good matchmaking. This is a good fire to be lit at bantamweight right now. So to have this kind of, and a lot of people are responding well to this matchup. You know what I'm saying? I've seen online and stuff like that. people actually responding well to this matchup. So I'm excited, man.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good fight for the spring. April 25th is going down, man.
Yes,
Yeah. I will say this before we move on to like the two things about these fighters that they're gonna have to work on is like you were saying, is Norma's inability sometimes to kind of pick it up and she'll accept position.
right,
There's always a fight where I'm kind of questioning what she's doing in certain rounds. Like the last fight where I just was like, okay, she's got it was that Irene Aldana fight. It was just
right,
like she got that in the bag, but
right.
there's been a number of fights where I'm questioning what she's doing, and it kind of leaves doors open. So I think Yana needs to capitalize on that. And for Yana, sometimes Yana will be banging like that first couple of rounds, but then by the third, she gets caught in something. Her
Yeah,
last couple fights,
yeah,
like she's like winning, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, she's in trouble.
right,
I
yeah,
think Yana
yeah,
needs to kind of know how to take her foot off the gas a little bit,
yes,
whereas Norma needs to put her foot on the gas in some of these
yes,
rounds.
yes, yes, absolutely. Like Yana is kind of like she's kind of she kind of reminds me of like Rose, you know what I'm saying, or Alexa Grasso sometimes. Like, they can convincingly beat you rounds 1 and 2, but
Yeah.
round 3 come around and it's like the game plan all of a sudden change. They didn't got, you didn't got tired, you did too
Hmm.
much in the first couple rounds. You know what I'm saying? So I really hope that that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
'Cause if you give Norma that opportunity, Norma will punish you. She has to be on it 100%. And I think she's ready. I think they're both ready, actually. I think they're
Yeah.
both ready for what each other's gonna bring. And I think that they're prepared. That's the beauty of this fight. Like they're both prepared, like they've both been in the trenches and they both are winning fights. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
these really are two of the best bantamweights in the division, and I like seeing this fight. Other than who we've seen, other than Juliana, other than Rocky, other than Ketlin, other than Arena, now you've got Norma, and now you've got Yana that's at the top. So
Hmm.
it's exciting. It's exciting.
Yeah, I definitely like it. Definitely like it. But yeah, that's one of the fights. Yeah, this spring I'm looking forward to. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
let's jump into some fight week talk here, man.
Yes, sir.
And we
Uh-oh.
got a bantamweight fight,
Oh,
and we got the flyweight fight. I know they
yes,
got the
sir.
flyweight fight as the opener, but to me, and I know to you, that's kind of like my main event.
That's kind of we get our main
Yeah.
event early, bro.
Hey, yeah, I ain't complaining because the fight card I believe starts at 5 p.m. So just to let y'all be aware, yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a 5 p.m. card, so that's
5
always
p.m.
good.
Eastern. Yeah.
But before we talk about the opener, what do you think about this? I'm just while you were talking too, I was looking at IG and I just saw the face offs. Like, what do you think of this Nora Cornolle and Jocelyn Edwards rematch? Like, why do you think they needed to make this rematch? Was it like a last call type of thing, or was it still like something that needed to be proved on both sides? What is
Oh.
it?
So I'm pulling up Nora Cornolle's record right
Okay,
now.
while you pulling that up, let me ask you this too, though. Like, was the first fight that exciting to make
Bruh.
this rematch? I can't even because if I can't remember it, that's kind of telling me maybe it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think it was, bro. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like for some painstaking reason, like fights that I actually want to remember, I can't remember the details, but fights that I don't want to remember, I tend to remember those. And
Hmm.
I remember this fight, bro, and it wasn't no barn burner. It wasn't,
Okay.
but maybe sometimes, what does happen is fighters kind of circle back around to each other, but this one don't need to be circled back around. I mean, Nora Cornolle just got beat by Kadal Hosa, and you're going to put her up against a girl that she fought 4 fights ago.
Yeah.
That's on the up. Like Jocelyn Edwards is on the up. You know what I'm saying? She's on a 3 fight winning streak. Why is she fighting Nora Cornolle who just lost?
Right.
So I don't. I mean, maybe because because she beat her before. Nora Cornolle beat her before, but I mean, I don't know what I still don't understand. Like I think there's other people that Jocelyn Edwards could have fought. Like definitely people that she could have fought.
Right,
But
because
I,
I'm
I
looking
don't.
at the ranking right now, like, even the number 11, Myra Buena Silva, you know what I
Maya,
mean?
yeah, like she could have fought Maya Bano Silva. Like I don't understand why this fight had to be remade. Like it was, yeah, like it was Irene Aldana versus Lucy Putilova or something like that. Like I would like to see them run that back. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
But Nora Cornolle, Jocelyn Edwards won. No, I don't want to see them run that back.
Yeah, because I'm just looking like there's so many other fights they could have just threw together, but it's almost like they making Jocelyn have to work to get to that top 10, man. Like, and yeah, like her last three fights were all finishes, right? She scored three finishes in a row. So it's kind of like, all right, let's
That
give
should
her
be a
somebody
step
a little
up.
higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause
Where is Nora?
Nora Cornole, like I thought Nora Cornole was hitting the scene kind of hard whenever she stopped the one girl, Melissa Dixon, and then she choked out what's the girl, Haley Cowan.
Haley Cowan.
Yeah, but then she winds up losing in that last fight to Rosa. So it's and she lost to Cavalcanti not too long ago. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, okay, what's the test that they have to put together with Edwards? They don't even have like a serious beef either. Like, I mean, the rematch I'd want to see, if any, for Edwards down the line is her and Eileen Perez,
Yeah.
because they had their little
Yeah.
grudge match outside the cage and in the cage. So it's like that's the only thing I would want to see with that, with the rematch with Edwards, man.
Perez got her though. I knew Perez was gonna get her.
Yeah, I kind of knew she was gonna win that fight. I knew she was gonna win that fight. I was like, I was I was rooting for Edwards, but I was like, I think Perez probably got this one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I knew Perez was gonna get her, man. But yeah. I mean, I guess this is just a fight that we're gonna watch. Maybe the second fight will be better than the first fight combo. That's about all
Yeah.
I can give you. You know, that's about all I can give you, dog. Maybe the second fight will be better than the first one, but I mean,
Yeah, that's all
it's
we can
there.
say on that.
It's
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's there.
I don't even know if I'm gonna pick on it. I might just say Edwards again, but really, I'm just hoping they both deliver. And
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
but but this fight right here, man,
Oh, I
Juju
gotta
and
watch those
Crispy.
face offs. I didn't see it.
First off, shout out to Crispy, for
Shout
coming
out to
through,
Chris.
man. Like,
Yep,
you bringing her on again, man. Like I said, just to have you bring on a fan favorite and let me jump on there. I was like, oh man,
absolutely.
Crispy was, she was cool. Um, you know, crowd pleasing style and hard worker, real humble too.
Yeah.
I appreciated just being able to talk to her. But man, like I hear people talking about this style matchup, like they think it might be lights out here. Like, what's your mind frame going into this fight? Like, what are you expecting?
Well, I'm actually gonna be realistic here because I actually had this conversation with some people on
Okay.
Twitter. They were just Juju, oh, she's this and that. I said, okay, well, I said, let me just say this. I said, while some of the points that I agree with you, I agree that yes, this is a dangerous fight for Juju. You know what I'm saying? But what if Juju is able to catch a kick or something? I said, just imagine Juju catching a kick. You know what I'm saying? And taking Carly Judice down. You know what I'm saying? And being and mauling Carly Judice. I said that is a real. I said y'all have to realize that is a real possibility of the outcome of this fight. You know what I'm saying? I said Juliana may not be the best striker, but she's a fantastic grappler. And people saying she's not UFC caliber. I get it. Her striking is behind, like it is behind. But if Juliana can get her hands on you and get you to the mat, she is a dangerous, dangerous player on the ground. And Crispy better be very careful if she finds herself underneath Juliana Miller, she better be very careful because Juliana Miller is going to try to submit her. A lot of people are seeing Juliana get beat up on the feet and they forget about how good her jujitsu is. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you're talking about this fight. Yes, like I said, I acknowledge the fact that yes, Juliana Miller hadn't looked the best in her losses. You know what I'm saying? But in her wins, she's looked good. She's looked just as good as in her wins, as bad as she looked in her losses, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Like her win, well, not necessarily, not all the way, but she's not looked bad in her wins in the UFC. She's 2-2 so far in the UFC, and so is Carly Judice. So I mean, Crispy is a dangerous player on the feet. She is a dangerous player on the feet, but we got to see what it looks like on the ground.
Yeah.
If Juliana takes her down, it could change the tide of the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like talking about these two, man. I don't know. I like this matchup because it's like there's so many things I see in Juju as far as like weaknesses and strengths too. Sometimes I be thinking like, oh man, like did she sign too soon to the UFC? Because
Right.
like I see some raw talent in her, but like maybe she didn't. Maybe she just needs the right people. Because one thing I'll say about Juju is she needs somebody like Pena in her corner. Like
Yeah.
all the time. Like she
Right.
just needs that type of support that can help her grow because you're dealing with somebody that is got the same mentality, a dog that could teach you how to use that dog in different levels. So,
Right.
I think Juju, I know we all look at what Carly has when it comes to that accurate striking and that power. But that last fight with Juju had, against Petrovic, which is a different fighter, she did dig deep in that fight. She
Yeah.
had a different mindset when I was looking at that fight, and I was like, okay, Juju is, really digging deep in this fight, and she's coming to scrap.
Right.
And if she takes this thing to where she knows best, and that's the whole thing about training, like Crispy's not going in there thinking that, okay, Juju's gonna be the same person she was the last couple fights. Like
Right.
she's expecting a better version of Juju, and I am too. Like I'm expecting Juju to go in there and be moving her head more
Right.
and
Yeah.
blocking some shots, or using her own jab. I'm
She's
expecting
got
her
a
to.
hella long reach.
She got long reach. She's got
Right.
long reach, so I'm expecting her to do some things that maybe offset Crispy. So if I factor those in, it's like if she gets it right where she wants it and it to the ground, yeah, it could be difficult. It could be difficult for Carly. But I think on
But
Carly's
Crispy gonna
side,
try to take her head off though.
yeah, yeah, she, yeah,
Crispy gonna try to
yeah,
take her head off.
she bite, man, and
Yeah.
I think with Crispy, like her training with Rose is kind of bringing out like a good confidence in her, but
Hmm.
a
Hmm.
smart, like a good strategic way of attacking now. Like when I first saw her fight, I was thinking Crispy was more like Joanna, like
Hmm.
fast hands. She was getting in there, being like brutal, trading. But I think fighting with Rose or training with Rose has kind of got her to slow it down and pick her shots and be a sniper. So I could see that, man, like the first round or so when she sees that opening, she's going to be looking for that. But
Yeah.
with Rose being one of her sparring partners and so on, I think that you will see Carly stuff some takedowns too. You know,
Yeah.
uh, I don't know if she'll go for her own takedowns in this fight. I mean, me personally, I think it'd be wise for her to snipe, look for that big shot. But I'm thinking that Juju is going to make. I'm hoping she's making a change in this fight to make it a little bit more even here, for her
Yeah.
career's sake, because everybody loves a knockout, but I do like Juju's energy as a fighter. I want to see her at least make some improvements here. I don't want her to just be a sitting duck like that.
Yeah. Yeah. She's got to make those improvements, man, and she's got to just evolve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's just it. She's got to evolve, man. And this is a fight. This is a fight where if she wins this fight, man, that's big for Juju. We got to put some respect on her name. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like if she beats Call of Judice, especially because it's possible. Don't get me wrong, it's possible. If Juju goes out here and does well in a striking match with Call of Judice, first of all, we got to give her some credit for that because that's her biggest knock is her stand up. So if she can go out here and make it competitive with Carly on the feet, I'm not asking her to do that, but if she does that, that deserves some credit for Juju. You know what I'm saying? If she outstrikes Call of Judice, which I don't see that happening, we got to give her some respect. But if Juju can go out here and really like impose the will that I really think she wants to impose, as far as like wearing Call of Judice down and making it a dog fight, you know what I'm saying? Fight her in the clinch, landing because Juju's punches and stuff in the clinch, they're good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Juju's ground and pound, her punches in the clinch, like her knees to the body and stuff when she's got you against the cage, like all that stuff is good. Juju's biggest problem is at range. That's Juju's biggest problem. But if she could get Call of Judice close, you know what I'm saying, and wear on Call of Judice, you know what I'm saying, against the fence and on the ground, like make it hard for her, put that weight on her, because Juju big. Now don't get it twisted. Juju is much bigger than Call of Judice. So we gonna see. We gonna see.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of them fights that I think Juju's got to step it up here because even when you look at their losses, like when you compare them, like Juju's gonna have to make a statement because Carly hasn't lost a fight. Like she hasn't really she every fight that she's lost, which was just two, like her contender series fight and the Gabriela Fernandez fight,
They were close.
they were close. They were real close. And that just shows you like how tough she is and how tough, she gets in those trenches as well. But
Yeah,
you got to be able to stand up to her power. I mean, her last two opponents, they got laid out. They got
that's
laid
true.
out.
Yeah,
So you got to be able to get past that and be durable. And that's the question. Like, is Juju's chin durable enough to withstand them shots and get up in there and grapple like Gabby Fernandez did, or
yeah,
like Ernesta did? So if she can't get past that, man, it's gonna be a long night, and she might be eating shots. I don't know, but um, just like well, my pick, I'm gonna go with Crispy in this fight. I
yeah,
just think that her style is a little bit more controlled now, and a little bit more disciplined from what we've seen in her last 4 or 5 fights now, and I think it'll be a learning lesson for Juju. I think Juju's gonna push the fight. I could see it probably going about two, honestly. I think that first round might be a feel out round, but I think that's where you see Carly kind of turn it on in the second round. And whenever she finds that range, um, she might draw Juju into kind of a pressure type of fight. And, when Juju gets to kind of brawling, sometimes she leaves herself open. That was, who was that? Luana Santos that caught her with an
yeah,
overhand right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking at what Carly possesses when it comes to, straighter punches here. That just kind of spells finish, man. I
Yeah.
see it. What about you?
I'm leaning crispy. I'm leaning
Mhm.
crispy. Um, but there's always that intangible there with a fighter like Juju, man. It's just it's hard for me to just say no to Juju. Not pick Juju because, like
Mhm.
I said, man, it's Juju. Is Carly Judice's takedown defense up to par? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she did say in the interview, she did say that Rose. She said, so she made the comment that people think Rose is just a striker. She was saying, she said, no, Rose is a wrestler too. Like, she put a lot of pressure on me in these training sessions. So
Mhm.
hopefully Carly's been working on takedown defense. She's been stuffing takedowns from Rose. She's been trying to stop Rose from taking her down. So I hope that improved her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Rose has good takedowns. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Rose entries and stuff are good on takedowns. You know what I'm saying? So um but Juju, I don't think I think that we're gonna see a better version of Juju because she does have some new coaching going on and some new stuff happening in her camp. So I am excited about that. And she has been training a lot of her stand up.
Mhm.
I can't write off seeing an improvement from Juju. I
No.
think that if
No.
any fighter that's down on their luck, I think that if any fighter that's down on their luck has the confidence that Juju, I think Juju is one fighter that could make those improvements. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I love Crispy. I love Crispy, man, but I'm gonna have to pick Juliana because I think Juliana Miller can improve. I think Juliana can show us that she's better than that Luana Santos fight, which to me, I think I seen a better version of her in that Petrovic fight, but I want to see a better version of Juju when it actually counts. And this fight right here, it actually counts to see
Mhm.
her be an improved fighter. So I'm gonna have to pick Juliana. And plus, like I said, I've been a Juliana fan for a long time, and I'm a fan first. I'm gonna have to go with Juliana just based on the style, just like based on her style and
Mhm.
her ability to get this fight down, and how dangerous and how good her BJJ is.
Mm-hmm.
Once she gets it there, I'm gonna have to go with Juliana.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna definitely stick with Crispy on this because like even when I didn't see like saw her first couple fights, I saw something in her like approach, and even her losses. Like I
right,
could see something in her as a fighter where there's no like quit or there's no like oh man like I'm questioning how she fights. Like it's just something she
right,
needs to add to her game, and I think every time she adds something to her game, kind of like Aaron Blanchfield, like Aaron. People used to kind of knock her in the beginning, but they didn't see anything special about her. But like I keep telling people, in her next fight, she looks better. In her next fight, she'll get better. And it's like, I just kind of see that in Carly too. It's like she gets better in each fight. And there's everybody, has weaknesses, but it's something that I don't see that's flat in her, you know, like she has something about her approach to fighting. So I think that energy enough, I think might be a little too much for Juju. I think going into this fight, that's why I'm gonna go with Crispy for sure. All right.
yeah, for sure.
I know, however it goes, if it ends in a finish, I know somebody's dropping a post fight reaction right after.
You already know.
you know,
You already know. Yeah,
it
you
might be
on
like
this
that
one for
Wayne
sure.
Kong and Gabby Fernandez night,
Bro,
man.
what time? What time was it? Like 5 in the morning, bro.
Man, it was like something like that. I was
And I wake up and seeing that. Like I woke up to fight. No, I think I watched the. Was that the same night of that Shi Ming knockout?
yeah.
Okay,
Yes, it
yeah. So
was.
I had seen the Shi Ming knockout. So then that fight after that fight was like a couple fights after that, man. And first of all, that Shi Ming knockout woke me up. It woke me up a little bit, but not a whole lot because I didn't really know who they were like that.
Right.
But man, when that Gabriela Fernandez, when that
Mm.
happened, I was up. I was up. Well, I was like, okay, I'm awake,
I was literally standing up. I was just
bro.
standing up over my
Yeah,
TV.
yeah, me too, bro. That was wild. That was wild.
Oh man. Now, I hate to jump the gun on this one, but
It's okay.
okay, two questions. If Juju wins this fight, what what should she do next? Do you think they should try to push her for top 15 or continue to
No,
fight? Okay. Unranked. Okay.
no, no,
Okay.
no.
No matter how dominant the fight could be.
I mean, now if she finishes Crispy,
Mhm.
if she finishes Crispy, then that's one thing. Like if she chokes Crispy out, like ooh, if she chokes her out, it's gonna be hard to say no. It's gonna be hard to say not to push her, but I still would say no.
Okay, yeah, I agree with
Like
that.
I would still say no. I would still say she would need to fight somebody like um uh what's her name? Like a Ernesta Katakechi, I mean
Mhm.
Ernesta Karskaida, what's the other girl name? Uh
The girl that Carly did beat, what was her name? Eunice Dubin?
maybe somebody, yeah, somebody like no, yeah, somebody like Eunice Dubin. Yeah, like
Lorana Carolina.
that would be a good fight. But I think Luana fighting at 35, ain't she in her next fight?
I don't know where she fighting at, honestly. Like,
I think
I,
she's fighting at 35 her next fight.
oh,
I
is she?
seen her.
Oh, okay, okay. Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay, I think. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She fighting. Yeah, yeah. She's fighting the Melissa Mullins. Yeah.
Melissa
Okay.
Mullins. Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought. Um, but yeah, she would still need to fight somebody in the realm of the unranked. I think honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Juju might need a couple wins in the realm of the unranked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, she beat Brogan Walker and then she beat um uh what's the
Dang.
girl's name?
Petrovic.
Ivana Petrovic. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you lost to Veronica Hardy and Luana Santos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So she still needs to get a couple of wins up under her belt before she can emerge out. And maybe if ain't Melissa Gatto coming back at 135
Yeah, she's fighting Deani Barbosa next.
at 35.
No, no, no.
Oh, at
125.
25.
Yeah, she's back
Okay,
at 125. Yeah.
okay, okay.
I wish I could
Oh,
get interview with her because she does. I interact with her, a lot, and she'll like respond and share like when I post up her updates. Like just the other day, Melissa Gatto will like she's another fighter that you need a translator for.
Yeah.
Like I'll drop her a message like from English into Portuguese, and she'll respond.
See, the problem with the problem with Melissa Gatto, she just been gone for so long.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she been gone for a while. But I want to see how she comes back. I want to see how she comes back because Combo never lost hope of her coming back. Like you always said, where's Melissa Gatto and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and she's back now. So let's see.
Yeah,
But God, Melissa Gatto is supposed to be in ranked by now, bro.
I know, man. She should have been ranked like during the period when I think even before Karina Silva and them got up in there.
Yeah,
Like
because she's Duck G Rob, remember?
oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, you remember that?
I don't remember that. I don't even remember that.
Yeah, remember when she ducked G Rob?
Nah, that was Andrea Lee you talking about.
Andrea Lee ducked her too. That was crazy, man. Man. Y'all thought y'all was calling me Antonita ducked her. Like girls was ducking Robinson at 25, straight
Man.
up. I'm just at least the girls at 115 ain't doing that.
Oh,
The
they ain't
girls
got
at
no choice.
135, yeah, but for real, right? The girls at 130, 125, they was ducking smoke.
Oh, shoot, I know who ain't gonna duck smoke. Watch. Fatima Klein gonna come through. Watch.
Oh no, Fatima ain't ducking no. Now listen, if them two ever fight, dog, that's like the battle of the G's right there, bro. Like both of
Yeah.
them
Mhm.
they ain't gonna respect each other. And they just like they gonna go right at like they both got that kind of like Jillian can be as giggly as she wanna be, man. There's that she still got that mean girl energy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
She
know what I'm
saved
saying?
it for
She's
the
still
cage. Yeah, because
yes,
that's the thing I like about G Rob. Like, you know, she's not really like this cocky or arrogant girl outside of the cage or trying to play mean. I think she saves that energy for the fight.
yeah, yeah,
And I don't get that vibe from her where she's always like trying to be something she ain't. So it's like she knows how to separate the two. When she gets in the
yes,
cage, that's where I want to see her, snapping necks or doing whatever.
right. Yeah,
But
yeah. But
yeah, for
Fatima
real quick
cold with
for
it too, though.
real quick for Carly though, like if Carly get this finish, it's top 15 time.
Top 15, yeah. Put in the top
Okay.
15. You don't beat the tough winner. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't beat the Ultimate Fighter winner. Go ahead and just give her a top 15 fight. But who? That's the question.
Tell you, man. At some point, her and Wayne Combs need to fight, but if that don't happen, I would say, hold on. I hate to jump ahead now, but I know Miranda, she's out for maternity leave. There's always a JJ Aldridge or
Ooh.
Eduardo Mara.
Oh, oh, JJ Aldrich versus Crispy.
That's
I wouldn't underestimate JJ Aldrich in that fight though.
no, because they're both clean with it. Like
Yes.
I'm a fan of JJ. She used to train with
Yeah.
Rose too. And like they both are like really clean strikers. I would give
Yeah.
like Carly the edge and a little bit more being dirty in this. Like not a dirty fighter, but being able to get a little bit more gritty.
Right.
Like I think JJ likes to fight clean. Like she lands and moves more,
Right.
where Carly don't mind getting banged. She like
Right.
get hit with a big shot. She coming right back at you.
Right. Ooh, that's a good fight, man. But like you said, that Crispy versus Wayne Combs fight, like I want to see that so bad, man. Like
Mhm.
Carly said, yeah, I want that. She's like, I'll take that fight. I want that fight. I said,
Mhm.
ooh, we.
Definitely.
Mm.
All right. So last but not least, man,
Oh God,
we got a few more
I
people.
knew it
All
wasn't
right.
gonna be a mashup. I knew it wasn't gonna be a mashup without this right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
What was your reaction when you saw this posted, man? Like when you just saw it, these two already facing off like this, man. Like what was your reaction?
Well, I kind of knew something was going on. Like I knew something was happening when Ronda was training, and then Gina Carano been looking very like she's been losing a lot of weight lately. And I was like, Gina Carano looks, because Gina Carano she turned into like a very curvy woman.
Yeah.
And so, then all of a sudden I'm looking at Gina and she's looking very thin. And I'm like, Gina look like, I wasn't trying to put the two together. I was like, I just noticed that Gina had lost weight and stuff. And then, but I was expecting to see it. This took me by surprise because I was expecting to see, well, if since Ronda's training, if Ronda comes back, it would be a UFC fight. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
what I
that's what
thought.
that's what I was expecting to see her announced against Ketlin Vieira, Ronda Rousey versus Ketlin Vieira, or Ronda Rousey versus Yana Santos. You know what I'm saying? Or Misha Tate 3. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was thinking. Like that, I was thinking really, really, and honestly was thinking we would get Ronda versus Misha 3. You know what I'm saying? So in back in my mind, that's what I was expecting. When I saw this, I was like, oh, wait a second. Gina Carano? You mean Gina Carano that last fought when Cyborg beat her in Strike Force? That same Gina Carano who hadn't thrown a punch. Well, I wouldn't say she hadn't thrown a punch, but hadn't stepped inside of a cage since then, and that was Strike Force days.
Mm-hmm.
And I always heard the story about how close the fight got to being made in the UFC with her and Ronda, but her and Dana, Dana said some messed up stuff and accidentally sent it to her phone and yada yada yada. That's the story that Gina Carano told. But I really just want to know why for Gina Carano. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
she's been like I just want to know the why for Gina Carano. Like why now? Like I understand it's Ronda Rousey and that's a fight you always had. And Gina's always been open about the fact that she always trains, like she still trains. She never stopped training, like she always still trains. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't know if I 100% believe that, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to know why from Gina Carano. That's all.
Yeah, I think for me, I think for Gina at this point, it's got to be, entertainment value, just money. It's just got to be the check thing. Like, I think that that's the only way you could get these two out of retirement for something because even with Ronda kind of toying with the idea coming back to the UFC, to me at that time, just a few months ago when she was toying with that, to me, it really made no sense because she's just a few months shy of a decade since she's been fighting.
Right.
This is her last time in the cage. And let's be honest, like if she was to come back, the top 15 of today would still give her problems.
Right.
It would give her major problems because some of these girls are bigger, they're active, and I think they're just a lot better with their footwork and striking and all of that now. So
Takedown defense.
takedown defense, all of that. Like she ain't really bringing nothing new for these girls. So I don't really think that was her thing to ever really entertain that. But she wanted to get in the cage somehow. And I think between her team, or whoever's her team now, and her husband or whoever, I think their thing was like, oh, if you really want to fight, you got to get on the level of somebody that's on your level at this point. You know,
Right.
I think there's still like a safety first thing here because come on, let's be real. This is the same Ronda that was on the mic complaining about the concussion she had, years ago. So I
Yep.
still think that there's like a part of her that wants to fight, but it's like, how can I do this in the safest way possible? But
Yeah,
is it
acting like
safe,
it's a
man?
boss.
Like when you got a 5 round fight, you got a 5 round, 5 minute fight here. This ain't really like no quick exhibition. They actually got, an official championship fight. you know,
in again and against the Muay Thai specialist.
Muay Thai special. Yeah, something that was your weakness,
Like
big time. Like, and I mean, look at this picture too. Like you said, Gina is losing some weight, but Gina still look bigger than her.
yeah, yeah,
Gina still look bigger. But the question to your why for Gina though, like, yeah, I really think it is money though, because I don't really think she's she is a fighter. Let me put it that way. She is a fighter, she's got the background and all of that, but she's been an entertainer longer now. So
yeah,
I think this spells more entertainment. Because why you come on, it's on Netflix, and it's being promoted by MVP Promotions. So it's like this is more entertainment than it is, for a belt or bragging rights and fighting anyway. So I think that it all comes down to her money now. Like somebody wants some money, you know? because if I'm looking at her IMDb now, and that's crazy. See, I'm looking at her IMDb instead of her
Yeah,
Tapology record. I
yeah.
got to look at this to just kind of measure where she stands now, even being active in the film world. Her last thing was about 4 years ago. Her last
Mandalorian.
not that that was actually 6 years ago.
Okay, because
But
she
she's
got
been in a
fired.
couple movies back in 2022, but she hadn't been in anything since then.
Yeah. I wouldn't say. I would say maybe it is the money. They just I floated with the idea, and then hey, why not make an extra so and so what $1 million? You know what I'm saying? I don't think any of them necessarily need the money. I mean, you know what I'm saying, because they have had pretty good careers outside of cage fighting, both of them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't 100% say that they need the money. I think maybe it's just a good offer, and it's a fire that has never went dead in either one of them. Even after all these, these long layoffs, they still have that fire. And this fight was supposed to happen, and this is a throwback to, even though it's not what it could have been, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, but it's still, hey, let's still do it. It's still going to create some buzz. Let's still go ahead and do it before we get really too old. So, you know, I'm not mad. I'm not 100% mad at it. And
Yeah,
people,
I'm not either. Like
yeah,
especially on the platform that it's on, like that's where they usually do these exhibition fights. Netflix is just kind of known for that now. Like they
right.
got some good women's boxing here, but when I see these type of fights, I'm like, okay, I know what this is, and it's like it's not really gonna like taint WMMA or anything like that. If anything, at this point, it's kind of just seeing these two face off, or get even maybe a fraction of what you were in the past. And there's a lot of people that want that.
Yeah. Let me look and see if there's anything on Gina's. No, there's not. There's no training footage. I don't see any training footage. Yeah, I don't see nothing on her Instagram yet. So maybe she'll post some training footage.
So 28 minutes ago, Bloody Elbow posted this. They posted that Chris Cyborg offers to help Gina Carano prepare for Ronda Rousey. What do you think of that?
Oh,
You think she feel bad about how that fight went?
yeah, that's a- probably. But Gina looking small, bro. Like, did you see her promo pictures?
Yeah.
Like, check it. Like I sent it to your Instagram if you don't have it just now. But she looking in shape.
Yeah, yeah, she does. Like compared to what I seen like a few years ago,
Yeah,
yeah, she's definitely looking like she's getting into fight shape now.
that's crazy if she can get back to looking and fight. Like, what if Gina Carano goes out here and dominates Ronda? Like, are you going to be for her to continue fighting or not?
No, I really wouldn't. I would just say go in there and do what you're going to do in this fight and then be done with it, because at 43 years old, I think she just possesses enough to come back for a fighter like Ronda that has been out for a long time herself. To me, this is kind of like a safety first fight at this point, because like I said, Ronda, now, yeah, Ronda could have went over to the UFC, but they knew that would have been kind of a bad idea. But these two are really on similar playing fields right now, both mentally and physically to me. I mean, Ronda's what, 39? And
Right.
Gina, yeah, is 43. So somebody gone like almost 20 years. I don't think that there's anything else for Gina to prove as far as trying to extend her career, because who else would she fight? Who else would she fight at this point? This was just like a name that people wanted to see when Ronda was still prime, and when Carano was still known as a name for helping build women's mixed martial arts. So I really wouldn't want to see that.
Hmm. Actually, there is some training footage.
There
I'm
is.
looking now. Back in December, yeah. I'm just glancing at it. I sent it to you on I don't mean to be
Okay.
watching Instagram in the middle of our conversation, but I
Okay,
guess this
hold
is
on.
my first time really looking at it.
Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, you can take a look at that
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't get it. Where'd you send it?
on Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Hold on.
Yeah,
Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, yeah. You know what? That's right. She's training with Syndicate. Yeah, yeah. She training,
yeah,
with up in the, Jean Wei Lee's trainer and what's his name? John,
yeah.
right? So I guess she's serious. She's serious about it.
Don't look too good on them pads. I mean, I just, I'm just saying, I mean, she's fighting Ronda Rousey, so
Yeah, you don't have to be that great on the pads
right,
like
yeah,
that.
but I mean, yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, for me, even like style wise at this point, I can't even like really break these two down as far as like how I think this fight will go. All I can say is, Ronda's known for her judo, and that's it, because that's where she left off. Judo, even against Holly and Amanda, like she didn't present any type of threat to them. She just went in there and got dominated.
Dominated.
So I don't know, y'all. Like, I ain't picking in this thing. I'm gonna just maybe check it out, but I'm not really mad at
Now
that.
you gonna be checking it out. You go watch it.
Yeah, I might
You
watch
go
it.
watch it. We all go watch it
I ain't going in with that anxiousness like we
because
that
you
we
pick
have
somebody.
for Whaley and Valentina or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
But man, yeah, man. On that note, good conversation tonight,
yes,
man.
sir, man. Episode 20, what 26?
26, man.
26.
Hopefully we get some good fights tomorrow night. Hopefully this rematch turn into something. But shoot, this
Man,
opener, man, this opener better be it.
I don't know, combo. I don't know about that. I don't know about that rematch, dog.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I don't even think that. I don't even think that they wanted that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that. But we gonna see, man. That's all I can say. We gonna see. But
I
the
mean,
main event is the first fight.
yeah, especially Nora, man. I know Nora didn't want it because she already won the first one. So it's like, no.
Right. Well,
But
we
on
gonna
that note,
see.
B, just fill us in where we can subscribe to you.
Yes, sir. Right here on YouTube at No Filter MMA, guys. Come on over, join the party. Um, we get Boogie over there too. So yeah, I appreciate each and every last one of you coming. I haven't even looked at the comments, but I appreciate you, even every last one of y'all for coming out. And we'll catch y'all on the next round of. Sorry, hey, better late than never. Yeah, we were supposed to be on here Tuesday. Better late than never. We here
Hmm.
now. It's just, so. Well, we appreciate y'all being here.
For sure, man. And on that note, yeah, I'm gonna grab me something to eat tonight because I got some
Heck
business to
yeah.
take care of. And
Heck
yeah,
yeah.
early Friday night. So let me go ahead and do that, B. And I will catch all of y'all later.
Yes, sir. Hey, peace out.
Peace out.